Hey folks, happy Tuesday. I hope you're having a good day. Sorry I missed yesterday. I was at my brother's football game. Just one of those family moments you can't miss. But I'd like to let you folks know right now I'm making up with it today with a double review, and I am living off to what I said last time. Our first review happening right now is going to be off of a VHS tape I own. And here it is. WWE May 4th, 2002, Insurrextion. Now, these are hell enough hard to find on DVD, much less VHS. But these are their live England shows that they did weekly, and this one's just right before Judgment Day too. I'm going to get into that a little bit later. Now this, I don't know if this is coming in clear enough. Uh, Live event, London, England, had enough interesting matches, including Triple H and The Undertaker, Stone Cold Steve Austin and Big Show. I believe the European Championship and the Hardcore Championship were on the line that night too. Hardcore title switched two or three times before it went over. I guess that title they could do in live shows because you don't see title switches that often in live shows. Like we all know that. Like even just another example, Primo and Epico. Anybody remember them? They're now the Matadors. They won the tag titles at a live event, beating Evan Bourne and Kofi Kingston. I'm like, what the hell? Why wasn't that good enough? Because what pissed me off about that was they could have done it at Tables, Ladders, and Chairs TLC 2011. Getting off the subject, coming back now. Now, on to the Eddie Guerrero match. Eddie Guerrero, and this was 2 weeks after he had beat Rob Van Dam for the Intercontinental Championship, would face Rob Van Dam opening match in a rematch. What was funny about this match was just the next Sunday was Judgment Day, and they were going to go at it again for the Intercontinental Championship. So we got two in a row, and this is number one right here. Now, first thing I want to say, good lord, if there was one set of boos for Eddie Guerrero, it was there. Like they were immediately like the fans like immediately knew what to do now with Eddie Guerrero's character. Boo him like a prick, and that's exactly what they did for here. And that's Eddie Guerrero. He came out just the arrogant walk, the arrogant look, little upper lip action going on. Guerrero just pissed the fans. They even showed a nice recap of the Backlash match. I kind of appreciated that. Just because, hey, it's one of my top five. One of them, which I knew which one, but it's one of them. Um, and oh man, you want to talk about huge reactions? I don't think there was a bigger reaction than that Rob Van Dam entrance. Like they fucking lit up. The cheer was enormous, even on VHS. Like, cause it's a little bit like kind of a blurred sound, considering that I have my Xbox attached to my TV. Holy crap, that was cheers. That was hardcore cheers for RVD. And I love one quote that I heard throughout the match. It was educated feet, Rob Van Dam versus Latino Heat. Just say that like 5 times fast. Educated feet versus Latino Heat. That sounds pretty cool. Um, RVD really kept up the speed in the beginning of this match. I'll give him that much credit. He was going hardcore. He even tried to put it away early. He kept taking down Eddie. Got eventually like a body splash and then going up for the 5 star. Changed his mind to a moonsault. Eddie Guerrero moved. Eddie Guerrero able to change the momentum, just moving out of the way. RVD was going for some kind of kick, trying to kick Eddie out. RVD throws himself out. From then on, it was just Eddie like in complete control throughout like another 7 minutes, I'd say, something like that. And it was literally just at first Eddie raging, like getting the Latino heat fire going on, then just taking him down. Another thing cool about this match was the leg submissions that Eddie put on. They were really cool. First of them kind of looked like reverse Boston Crab, single leg reverse Boston Crab. Then first I thought he was doing a figure four, and then he fucking pulls the leg down. I'm thinking, wait a minute, is this like Del Rio except the leg? It was really kind of cool to see Eddie do something like that because I know he has the lasso from El Paso, but I love seeing him experiment with submissions. It's always great. Um, Moving on though, a cool sunset flip near fall for a split second. I thought that was another cool moment from Eddie there. RVD was able to turn the match around though at one point, including a roll up sequence, which was pretty funny because if you remember my Ric Flair Eddie Guerrero review at Hog Wild, um, it kind of like that. The referee kicks Flair's hand and then Eddie goes for the roll up. Same thing here, except the ref kicking Eddie's hand. Shows you like it works with a great heel. And Eddie was pissed too because that was almost it. And we'll get to being pissed with the ref in just a minute here. RVD immediately changed the fire though, going for like a ton of moves all at once. We got the super kick. The monkey flip, reverse suplex was another good one. Rolling Thunder, which almost got him, but no, Eddie's not going to lose to Rolling Thunder, obviously. A split leg moonsault, another cool near fall. Van Daminator, like just all the basic moves going all at once. Fans are loving every second of it. Eventually, RVD misses the 5-star, and Eddie feels like, hey, you know what? Time for me to get the belt because that's how it happens. Like think about the last 2 reviews we've been. Eddie Guerrero wins thanks to cheating with the belt. And the ref wouldn't have it this time. The ref grabbing the belt, Eddie pushes the ref and DQ. Yeah, you'd think you'd see that in every other match, but no, that's just the thing. Live event, RVD's great, but no, it's a DQ. Eddie Guerrero retained the title. A little chasing the ref. RVD eventually getting a little revenge, beating Eddie up in the ring. It was a cool move he did. You think it was like a pop-up power bomb or something? I keep referring to all these other guys, but that looks like the move he's going for. Then he just freaking jumps up and kicks him instead of power bombing him. It was a really cool move. Frog splash to Guerrero. RVD just keeping the crowd entertained and everything. I guess they really didn't want a straight up Eddie Guerrero win. But that's it for the match, though. Obviously not as good as the Backlash match, but I really enjoyed seeing them work together again for the live show in England. They would again face Judgment Day. Eddie Guerrero would win again this time, though, just like Backlash, retaining the title. And spoiler alert, I am not reviewing the ladder match. It's just something I can't get my hands on for like full footage and leading up to it. A few different reasons as well. But that's when Rob Van Dam would finally win back the IC title from Eddie Guerrero. I'm just going to briefly mention it now. This was the last time that Eddie Guerrero was ever Intercontinental Champion because of the drafts and the brands happening that year. RVD would, the Intercontinental title would stay on Raw for like a little bit, but Eddie Guerrero was way onto his way from SmackDown, which is what we're going to get into a little bit later. But that is it for today, folks. That's it with our Eddie Guerrero, Rob Van Dam rivalry speeches and all. I love seeing them fight. Their ladder match was great. I love the Backlash match, and this one was okay too. DQ ending. It's a live event. You can't be that harsh on it. Decent match. Considering what else was happening, this was okay. Even so more. But that's it for now, folks. But tune in a little later. My second review will be up later. We are moving to a pay-per-view, not off the Eddie Guerrero disc. This is another one I own. We're going to talk about it later. I mentioned that a current match in this era was shit compared to back in the day. We're going to see what I'm talking about just with one stupid move. Either way, I'm still going to do this match, so check it out later. Have a good one. Peace.